What's going on, you guys? Zach here. So you obviously know what this video is about. I actually don't know what it's about yet because I haven't opened this up. Gotta use the... Okay, so today I'm playing around with breaking down the single-handed gimbal that I got from the company RiGIET. Essentially, they gave it to me to do a review on their gimbal product. I'm super pumped to play around with this. I've always actually wanted to have a gimbal for my iPhone, so this is great. So to save you guys time and sanity, let's say you just want to watch the test footage or you just want to watch the unboxing, I have the time codes on the screen right now for each one of those points. It's also in the description below, so if you want to watch me unbox it, check out this time code. If you want to watch me test out the gimbal, the footage, watch this time code. If you want to hear my review, take a look at this time code. Okay, so let's start with the unboxing of this product, because I'm sure all of you want to check it out. So the box actually kind of reminds me of what the DJI Osmo comes in. We'll slide it open. Woo, all right, cool. I like keeping the boxes. Woo, that is nice. So what we've got is a nice little strap here. Inside is a, oh, it actually comes with a case, very similar to the DJI Osmo or DJI Mobile. So we've got instruction manual here. We've got the cables, and then there it is. Cool, so I mean, already unboxing it, it comes with similar features. We've got, oh, this is interesting. So this is like a little wristband thing to put at the base of it, I'm assuming, or around the side right here, so that I can just kind of let it dangle on a crazy shoot. I can hand hold it, or I can... The case is pretty nice. I mean, I love having available cases, especially for gimbals. You need somewhere to store it so you're not wrecking any of the hardware. So I'm glad this comes with that. It comes with a nice little strap here that I can put around the case. Now to charge it, it looks like it uses USB, which I love. I hate having things that just take random little chargers. And it's a pretty standard USB outlet into the product, so that's all fun. That's awesome. So far, so good. Inside the box, let's see if there's any other bells and whistles. There's this massive instruction manual. Then in here, what's this? There's something inside. What is, okay, so this is interesting. I've never seen one of these before. Let's check it out. I actually have no idea. Maybe I'll have to grab that instruction manual again. Oh, this is for your iPhone. Okay, so this is cool. So I'm assuming this will be used to plug my phone into when I'm operating the gimbal. So for instance, this is an iPhone 6 and 7 and 5 outlet, and then all of these other little ones are, I'm assuming, for different types of cell phones. So whether if you have like a Samsung or Android phone, BlackBerry, who uses those. The nice thing is there's like a locking mechanism on the side, so your phone is nice and secure. So we'll just make it nice and big so my cell phone can fit inside. So I have an iPhone 7, it's a little bit larger. Then I guess I just slide it into the side here. Let's see. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is actually properly balance it. So it's kind of swaying to one side. So to get it into the perfect balancing point, what you can do is you can play around with this back dial here, which is very standard for all gimbals. You wanna make sure that your camera is perfectly balanced. So if it's leaning to one side, you push the balancing mechanism to the opposite way. So if you look, it's kind of leaning towards, say it's leaning towards this way, which is my right, your left. So what I'm gonna do to counterbalance it is I'm gonna push it into the opposite direction. So now it's moving a little bit too far to the left. So I'm just going to slide this over just a smidgen. Boom, now it is perfectly balanced. Now you wanna make sure that it's perfectly balanced every single time. A, so you're not overworking the motors part of your gimbal, and B, so that you get the ultimate perfectly stable shot. Everything else looks pretty good. So the second thing that you have to do before you crank this puppy out and turn it on is you gotta open up the battery here, and should be a little plastic little thing behind your battery here. It's like a red little cap. You take the cap off of this and then you stick it back in. That's, I think, just for shipping and safety stuff. so that the battery doesn't like accidentally activate. Take out that piece of plastic, we'll screw this back on, and this should be up and running. Let's take a look. Okay, first time using. Let's see. So basically to turn it on, you take your little record button here, hold it for 2 seconds. This light will go green, and let's see, it is not on. So this might be it in mute mode, so I'm gonna hold it again for 2 seconds. 1, 2, it is now on. Woohoo, look at that. In general, the gimbal is incredible, and what I love about basically all gimbals, and especially ones for your cell phone, is that it can allow you to find new and unique angles that you probably would have never thought of getting with another piece of gear. So for instance, I love to like hold this thing right up in the air and just like slowly pull it down to get some really unique shots of like through trees, up looking at buildings, through like vines, and that's something that you can't do traditionally with a big bulky gimbal. It's just too heavy, and all other camera accessories and tools you can't do that with. So with this gimbal, you're able to do it because it's very lightweight. Also, a couple things as far as durability goes for the RiGIET. I mean, I've been out in the freezing cold shooting with it. I left this out in the car and then started filming with it right away. There was frost on it. It was still working. This thing is more durable than my cell phone. And I mean, I don't know what that's like in comparison with other gimbals, but the fact that you can take it into pretty intense sub-zero temperatures and it still works is a pretty good testament on how well it is built quality-wise. As far as any sort of cons that go with the product, I mean, just a couple things. The gimbal sometimes would just like off-center itself, so right now it's not perfectly balanced, so it's on a bit of an angle, which is kind of a big deal whenever you're trying to shoot you know, nice smooth gimbal shots. So to avoid that, you have to make sure it's properly balanced. I also realized that to make sure that it doesn't tilt to a certain angle, you have to make sure that the stabilizer is actually flipped to one way. So basically, if you're looking directly at it, that the motors or like the gimbal system is on the right side. So that's one thing to keep in mind. As you can tell, I'm on a bit of an angle, so I don't think it's properly stabilized. It also might be a bit of the cold that's making that happen. But overall, I mean, I'm so happy that this company gave me this product to play around with, because I love the fact that I can go around, shoot these cool gimbal shots, because I think the one thing that we shouldn't get lost in when it comes to getting gear and accessories is not the price tag. It's not about is it 4K, 6K, 10K. It's about what it can do to enhance your story, to enhance your cinematic ability, your cinematography. So for instance, this piece of gear is amazing on my toolkit. I'm able to get shots that I cannot get at all with my other gimbals or other stabilizers or other camera gear in general. So I'm gonna carry this around with me all the time. It's the fastest setup. Regular gimbals like the DJI Osmo, for instance, takes about 30 to 60 seconds to set up. Regular like gimbals with my DSLR take about a minute to 2 minutes to set up. This takes like 10 seconds, so it is a great piece of gear to have around with me all the time. I've been taking it around with me for the past like week and been able to get some really great stuff. That video that you just saw was basically just me filming around in the freezing. Anyway, if you like this video and you like the gimbal and you want to pick it up, which I highly recommend, I have a link
to the company in the description below, as well as a promo code, so you guys can type that in and get 10% off your purchase. Outside of that, guys, definitely recommend getting yourself a gimbal for your cell phone. It's a cheap piece of gear to start up your cinematography as far as like cell phone videography and whatnot. I mean, if you don't have any gear but have a cell phone, get one of these guys and start playing around. You can get tons of shots using a gimbal, and I have a link to a video in the description below talking about all the shots you can get with the gimbal. So even if you don't have a slider or a dolly or jib, you're able to get some really amazing stuff with this piece of gear and your cell phone. Anyway, I'm freezing my butt off. I'm gonna go inside. It is super duper cold out. Hope you enjoyed this gimbal review. I'm gonna probably play around with it a little bit more in the next couple days, and maybe release another video. But all that being said, I'm rambling on. This video's gone on for longer than 10 minutes now. So yeah, pick it up, check it out, and my fingers are freezing off, so I'll see you guys next time. If you guys like this video, want to take a look at more, give me a subscribe, like this video, share it with all your friends, and if you have any reviews or comments on this product itself specifically, maybe something I didn't fill in, write that in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside, finally. See you guys later.